Step back in time to witness the Pacific theater of World War II through some of its most powerful and unforgettable images. Each photo tells a story of courage, sacrifice, and the resilience of humanity amidst the horrors of war. On October 20th, 1944, General Douglas MacArthur fulfilled his iconic promise, "I shall return," wading ashore at Leyte after U.S. forces secured the beach. Nearly 2 years after fleeing the Japanese invasion, he triumphantly declared to the Filipino people, "I have returned." December 7th, 1941. In a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, a force of 353 Japanese aircraft killed 2,403 U.S. personnel, including 68 civilians. 129 Japanese soldiers were killed. Crowds in Times Square watch a bulletin board for latest news of war in the Pacific, following the attack on Pearl Harbor. On April 9, 1942, approximately 75,000 captured U.S. and Philippine troops were forced to march 65 miles from Mariveles to San Fernando, in what became known as the Bataan Death March. This march was named the Bataan Death March because of the high number of brutal and gruesome deaths along the road at the hands of the Japanese. 2. U.S. officers plant the first U.S. flag on Guam. 8 minutes after U.S. Marines and Army assault troops landed on the Central Pacific Island during World War II in July 1944, a U.S. Marine is seen cradling the barely living body of a tiny infant who was found face down in a cave where native islanders had been hiding to escape the fighting between U.S. and Japanese forces. A weary and exhausted Marine weeps amid the rubble after the tough battle for Hill 200, near Peleliu Airport in August 1944, left. A group of Marines look on as Saipan civilians choose suicide over surrendering to American troops. Marines sit at a table drinking coffee on board a Coast Guard assault transport after fighting to take Eniwetok Atoll, Marshall Islands, in 1944. Marines, crouching behind a rock take cover as they blow up a cave connected to a Japanese bunker on Iwo Jima in 1945. A Marine advances under Japanese fire on Okinawa in 1945, left. A grizzled and weary U.S. soldier is seen smoking a cigarette during the final days of fighting to gain control of the island of Saipan in July 1944. A blindfold and bandaged American soldier lies on a stretcher with his hands clasped in prayer during the fighting to take Okinawa in 1945.